Welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Serpent, and let's go. We're going to talk about how the price action is moving. I told you that we were going to start to rally. Now, we haven't quite rallied past the 80 cents mark at the time of making this, but we are well on our way, and things are starting to look really positive. Now, Ripple served a deposition subpoena on a former SEC official to testify in the XRP case. Now, this was announced yesterday that Ripple has attempted to question a former SEC member under oath. Now, what they're saying is that it could be, it has to be, like SEC chairman or SEC former chairman, Jay Clayton would be the likely candidate. But what is Ripple trying to do here? How is this going to impact things? And as I said, this case is ferocious. On a daily basis, new things are coming out, and either the SEC is trying to do something or Ripple's trying to do something, but it is ferocious, really, like how both are tackling this. And I think also from a Ripple perspective, as I've mentioned, they want to win on their terms. They don't want to, they don't want to bow down to the SEC. I think if they wanted to, a settlement would have happened a long time ago. But for now, let's have a look. Let's see what goes on, and I will keep you updated with that. As from a media publicity point of view, there is a lot of media attention at the moment around Ripple, and a couple of months ago we would not have had this, right? So we would have not had on CNBC XRP USD coin metrics showcased on TV, which is great, right? So more visibility, more awareness. I know that the major exchanges in America are not yet turned back on, but it's only a matter of time. And you know what? We've got time. I know you do. Now, I like what XRP Captain 590 has put on here as far as, what can we expect, like another 16% rise to go towards the 75, 78 cents mark. We're talking, I don't see why not. But this kind of formation here, like once it reaches the end of this, then that would, this would kick off. And of course, like I said, we do have some resistance around where we are right now, which is a 68 cents as well. So really interesting. Now, there is something interesting as well on the internet today. This comes from BIS. And this, like I said yesterday, the biggest bank, the bank of banks, came out yesterday and said that they are pro-crypto. Now, they've made a very interesting announcement yesterday throughout this video. I'm not going to play it to you, it goes for too long. But what goes on here is that Bitcoin is more of a speculative asset than money, and it has certainly failed as a test of becoming a means of payment. So I find that really fascinating that they would publicly come out and make these statements. And I know the statements have been made like this many times before, but it's a big statement to make on such a large scale. But to be honest, they are speaking the truth. It cannot be a means of payment. Like the costs are too high, the transaction speed are too slow. It just does not make sense for it to be a payment. It just can't be a means of payment. Like on a world scale, imagine a cafe having to wait 8 minutes for your cafe order to be verified before you can take your coffee. It doesn't make sense, right? So a store of wealth, as a lot of people have described it, perhaps, but to be a means of payment, I don't think so. But I'd love to know in the comments below what you think, how you think about this topic, and do you believe that Bitcoin could be a means of payment? I'd love to know, and thank you so much for all the feedback, comments that you guys put in on a daily basis. It's absolutely amazing. Let's jump into Atani. Let's see what Atani is telling us today. So when we look at Atani today in regards to the hourly chart, we can see here from an XRP point of view that we did come out of the Bollinger Band, and now we're back inside the Bollinger Band, and we're sitting at 67 cents, which we are 8.71% up on the last 24 hours. ADA 11% up, almost 12% up. And then you got your Solanas, your Polkadots, your Chainlinks, Theta, they're all sitting in around 6-7% growth for today. But XRP at 8.72%, not too shabby at all. But again, if we look at the charts, if we look at the MACD on the hourly has gone into bullish, and on the RSI it's sitting almost in the oversold. But again, Don't look too much into that unless you're a day trader. As far as the RSI being on the oversold on a daily, from an hourly perspective, we must zoom out, right? So if we zoom out, and by the way, Atani has had a whole bunch of new updates come out, and I will be making a video over the weekend about them. I mean, it's an amazing software, incredible, like what they provide. But there are updates that have come out, and I will be bringing them to you over the course of the weekend. Now, when we look at the 4-hourly chart, it has broken out bullish in a big way, and the RSI is only sitting at about halfway, and it is just inside the Bollinger Band. Now, when we go to the 12-hour, the 12-hour is about to cross into bullish. That is very, very exciting because yesterday when we were making it, we weren't anywhere near a bullish segment for the 12-hour RSI. Now, when we go one day, so if we look at the daily chart, it was still a little bit away, but we were outside of the Bollinger Band, a couple of days ago, and now we're back inside the Bollinger Band. And I would say that if we keep today's momentum going, then we certainly could find ourselves inside the daily chart being in a bullish segment. Now, of course, at the time of making this, sitting at 67 cents. I see all signals at the moment, and I know Saturday is generally a very, very strong day from a bullish perspective, and then Sunday, Monday in Australia, we started to die down a little bit. So signals are starting to look really good from a perspective, and I think perhaps we have reached the bottom, and that time that we hit 51 cents and then we hit it almost 3 times again. I think that could be the catalyst for us to kick off. Is there an opportunity for it to drop one more time? I have been asked this question as well over the last 24 hours. Well, a couple of things about that, right? So if you asking me that question, you didn't take the opportunity when it arrived. And so what you needed was a third and fourth and fifth confirmation, and perhaps maybe you want to do it again. Remember this one, right? So remember it as a lesson, not as anything else, right? If you have missed a 50 cents XRP, if it doesn't come back again one more time, just remember it as a lesson, right? Maybe write it down, write it on a piece of paper. It could be like next time a coin hits rock bottom, I will buy no matter what. Or it can be, I've missed this opportunity, I won't do it again. Just remember the lesson, right? Because there's always going to be another coin, another experience, another opportunity to come out. But how you work your mindset to getting the most out of these opportunities, that's the real challenge here. So what we're learning on a daily basis is how to challenge our emotions and go against our fears, our emotions, and be mindful of that, right? Because I want you to succeed. And so if you miss 50 cents, if we never see 50 cents again, just remember the lesson, because the lesson will serve you well in many, many, many years to come. I've had it happen to me in the Forex world a couple of years ago. That's why I don't do it anymore. But unfortunately, it is one of those things, one of those lessons that unless you learn it, and generally you learn it by either losing money or losing opportunities, you won't learn, right? So even me telling you right now, you're still not going to learn from me. You're going to learn from losing the opportunity. But remember this lesson, because it's a very, very valuable lesson, and it will serve you well for a very, very long time. Next time a coin hits bottom, I will buy no matter what. Just remember that one, and don't wait for a fifth, seventh, eighth, and ninth signal for you to buy. Very, very important. Let's look at the charts. Let's see what they're telling us. Okay, so from a charts perspective, I think, something like this makes perfect sense as far as where we're going to go. Go to 80, come back down to maybe 62, 63 cents. So that's what I meant about not hitting 50s anymore. Then come back up to $1.10, retrace around 90, and then go off into $1.50, $1.60, and beyond. So that's what I mean about the 50 cents potentially being missed as an opportunity. I don't see it at the moment. Like, I don't see it happening. And again, it's not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. By all means, please put in an order at 50. And if it hits it, I'll be the first person to be happy for you, because I'm in long term, right? Even if it hit 20 cents tomorrow, I would still be in XRP and I wouldn't be changing a thing. But that's from a mindset point of view, right? Now, the XRP bull run has not even begun yet. And when we look at, what is to come and how we're going to get there, it's going to be absolutely phenomenal to watch this journey of this coin over the coming years. Again, I'll repeat, over the coming years. As far as we know today, based on every information that we have, will you see a $10? Will you see a 2-digit XRP in 2021? I believe so. That's one of the things that I'm looking forward to in 2021. But again, it's not financial advice, but it's only based on all the research that I've done and everything that I know is going on behind the scenes. From a research perspective, I think we have finished the 8th wave of this formation. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then again, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think the 8th is now finished. And so we're ready to kick off again and kick off in a big, big way. Now, all of this fails, or if everything I've said today goes out the window, the next price action point would be at 41 cents, which would be super massive bullish opportunity to get some. Do I think that's going to happen? No, I don't think that's going to happen. Reason being, I think that based on the weekly charts, if we look at the weekly formation of XRP and that perfect channel, you could see a $3 XRP by August 9th, just based off of this particular formations that have been building on the weekly chart. Do I think we need to wait until August 9th to get to $3? I personally don't think so. I think it's going to happen a lot quicker, and there'll be a number of factors that will make that happen. But if you just look at this, if you just look at this weekly chart formation, then August 9th, you'd be at $3. Now, if you did learn something new today, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. As always, thank you, and I look forward to see you on the next one.